Good morning everybody and welcome. We are gathered here this morning when the sun would hopefully rise very shortly to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, to give recognition to the worth and to the beauty of love, and to add our best wishes to the words which shall unite Katie and Luke as one. With the horizon our only walls, the sky our only ceiling, and this Mother Earth our floor, we meet here in nature at the sacred site of Stonehenge to affirm your love. Marriage is a bond to be entered into only after considerable thought and reflection. As with any aspect of life, it does have its cycles, its ups, its downs, its trials and its triumphs. And with full understanding of this, Katie and Luke have come here today to be handfasted in the presence of all that is sacred. Katie and Luke regret that some of their family is unable to be here today to share the joy, the love and the happiness. So just for a very brief moment we pause to remember Veronica Scott and Sarah Trodden. So we're now going to call upon the elements of nature, earth, air, fire and water, to cast blessings upon the pair of you. So I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. We ask protection.
We ask protection
for all the ones we love.
For all the ones we love.
We honour all creation.
We honour all creation.
As we pledge our hearts.
As we pledge our hearts.
And lives together.
And lives together.
We honour earth.
We honour earth.
And ask for our marriage.
And ask for our marriage.
To be abundant.
To be abundant.
And to grow stronger.
And to grow stronger.
Through the seasons.
Through the seasons.
We honour fire.
We honour fire.
And ask that our union.
And ask that our union
be warm and glowing.
Be warm and glowing.
With love in our hearts.
With love in our hearts.
We honour air and wind.
We honour air and wind.
And as we sail through life.
And as we sail through life.
Safe and calm.
Safe and calm.
As in the arms of the universe.
As in the arms of the universe.
We honour water.
We honour water.
To clean and soothe our relationship.
To clean and soothe our relationship.
That it may never thirst for love.
That it may never thirst for love.
With all the forces of the universe.
With all the forces of the universe.
We pray for harmony.
We pray for harmony.
And for true happiness.
And for true happiness.
As we forever.
As we forever
grow young together.
Grow young together.
Jessica, would you like to come and join us and read, please? Just there's fine.
Two free spirits without a home, love is a journey into the unknown. Thrown together in a twist of fate, love is always worth the wait. Talking together until the day's end, love is living with your best friend. A love of camper vans brought them together, love is an adventure that lasts forever. Sitting in the garden, listening to the birds, love is a song that will always be heard. Relaxing on a beach with a bottle of wine, love is sharing all your time. Getting chased by cows into a bush, love doesn't mind if you're in a rush. Cycling and mushrooms, they're unique to the bone. Love is not having to be weird on your own. Living with someone who makes everything into a song, love is always patient and strong. The missing piece to our family found, love is having the best people around. Being proposed to on a drain cover, love is just being with one another. Two compassionate souls making the world a better place. Love is putting a smile on someone's face. I couldn't think of two people more perfect for each other. There's no one better for my brother. Moon of his life and sun of his stars, love is being exactly who you are. True love in its purest form, love is being up at dawn. Completely and utterly meant to be, love is our Luke and Katie.
Ah, did you write that? Thank you, Jessica. That was written by her, in case any of you didn't know. How perfect for the day. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with handfastings, Katie and Luke are now going to say a very ancient vow of marriage to each other, and they'll be saying it together. But if you listen to the words, they are absolutely remarkable, but that's in my opinion. So if you would repeat after me, please. You cannot possess me.
You cannot possess me.
For I belong to myself.
For I belong to myself.
But while we both wish it,
But while we both wish it,
I give you that
I give you that
which is mine to give.
which is mine to give.
You cannot command me,
You cannot command me.
for I am a free person.
For I am a free person.
I pledge to you
I pledge to you
that it will be your eyes
that it will be your eyes
into which I smile every morning.
into which I smile every morning.
I pledge to you
I pledge to you
my living and my dying,
my living and my dying,
each equally in your care.
each equally in your care.
I shall be a shield for your back,
I shall be a shield for your back,
and you for mine.
and you for mine.
I shall not slander you,
I shall not slander you,
nor you me.
nor you me.
I shall honour you
I shall honour you
above all others.
above all others.
This is my wedding vow to you.
This is my wedding vow to you.
This is the marriage of equals.
This is the marriage of equals.
May I have the rings, please? Okay. Could you just put it onto my palm, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. The circle itself is an infinite thing. It's magical, and it is never ending, never changing, yet always adaptable. A ring that has no beginning and no conclusion. Like the circle, true love itself is infinite. It goes on. It knows no boundaries or restrictions. It flourishes and it blooms in the light and in the dark, laying down no ultimatums, making no demands at all. Love, in its infinite form, is something that cannot be forced. It cannot be taken away. It's a gift that we give to ourselves and an honour we give to others from the bottom of our hearts and our souls. I bid you please look into each other's eyes and hearts. Luke, if you would take Katie's ring and place it into her palm, please. Just put it into, that's it, thank you. Do you, Luke, promise to show Katie your honour and fidelity, to share her laughter and joy, to support and stand by her in times of difficulty, to dream and hope together with her, and to spend each day loving her more than the day before?
I do.
Good. And Katie, with your other hand, if you could put that into Luke's palm, please. Do you, Katie, promise to show Luke your honour and fidelity, to share his hopes and dreams, to laugh with him and share endless days of joy, to stand side by side with him in times of trouble, and to spend each day loving him more than the day before?
I do.
Good. Luke, please place Katie's ring onto her finger and repeat these words. I, Luke, take thee, Katie.
I, Luke, take thee, Katie,
To my hand,
to my hand,
my heart,
my heart,
and my spirit,
and my spirit,
to be my chosen one,
to be my chosen one,
to desire thee,
to desire thee,
and be desired by thee,
and be desired by thee,
without sin or shame.
without sin or shame.
For naught can exist
For naught can exist
in the purity of my love for thee.
in the purity of my love for thee.
I promise to love
I promise to love
and respect thee,
and respect thee,
wholly and completely,
wholly and completely,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in plenty and in poverty.
in plenty and in poverty.
I shall always love thee,
I shall always love thee,
like the circle that has no beginning
like the circle that has no beginning
and no end.
and no end.
Thank you. Katie, if you would put Luke's ring onto his ring finger and repeat after me. I, Katie, take thee, Luke,
I, Katie, take thee, Luke,
to my hand,
to my hand,
my heart,
my heart,
and my spirit,
and my spirit,
to be my chosen one,
to be my chosen one,
to desire thee
to desire thee,
and be desired by thee,
and be desired by thee,
without sin or shame,
without sin or shame,
for naught can exist
for naught can exist,
in the purity of my love
in the purity of my love
for thee.
for thee.
I promise to love
I promise to love
and respect thee,
and respect thee,
wholly and completely,
wholly and completely,
in sickness and in
in
health,
sickness and in health,
in plenty and in poverty.
in plenty and in poverty.
I shall always love thee,
I shall always love thee,
like the circle
like the circle
that has no beginning and no end.
that has no beginning and no end.
Lovely, thank you. Keep holding hands, that's lovely. Now this is a reading again that is very ancient and most appropriate for where we are this morning. Above you are the stars, below you and literally all around you are the stones. And as time does pass, remember, like a stone should your love be firm. Like a star should your love be constant. Let the powers of the mind and of the intellect guide you in your marriage. Let the strength of your wills bind you together. Let the power of love and desire make you happy, and the strength of your dedication make you inseparable. Be close, but remain individual. Have patience with one another, for storms will come, as they did last night, and they will pass quickly. Be free in giving affection and warmth. Have no fear, and let not the ways of the unenlightened give you unease, for love is with you always. The marriage promises made today will bind your lives together with sacred and eternal bonds. But I now have a most important question to ask of you. Do you still wish to be handfasted in the ways of old?
We do.
We do.
Good. Couple more questions. Will you honour and respect one another and seek to never break that honour?
We
We will.
Will you share each other's joy and ease each other's pain?
We
We
will.
Will you share the burdens of each so that your spirits may grow in this union?
We will.
We will.
Will you share each other's laughter and look for the brightness in life and the positive in each other?
We will.
We will.
Okay. Now if you would take that side, Luke, and you take this side, and what I want you to do is to tie a knot so it just goes over that band on the end. Okay? So what they are now doing is tying a knot at each end of the cord. And this is where the expression tying the knot originated around about 4,500 years ago. Very, very ancient. So the pair of them have tied the knot, and I'm just going to make sure that that is really tight and stays tied. Okay, now if you would hold hands, not with me, Katie. And this is where you get tied up. I'll tell you what, I'm going to lose that. Okay. Is that tight?
That's really tight.
That's very tight.
Get it off.
That is very tight.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, I don't know whether you all heard that. I asked them if it was tight and Kate said it's very tight. I don't think I'm ever going to get it off. That's the whole idea. that it will come off, but it will never be untied, that those knots will remain tied forever. That is my hope. Katie and Luke, as your hands are now bound together, so your lives are joined in a union of love and of trust. The knots of this binding symbolize the vows that you have made this morning. May this knot of love remain forever tied, and may your hands be forever blessed. May they always be held by one another, just like they are now. May they have the strength to hold on tightly during the storms of life. May they remain tender and gentle as they nurture each other. May your hands build a relationship of love, of caring, and absolute devotion. May Katie and Luke see each other's hands as healer, protector, shelter, and guide. You are both now hand-fasted as one. Let no one come between you, and may your union be one of love, respect, and consideration to each other and to all living things from this day forward. In a moment, you will remove those bindings, but please be reminded that you cannot always be tied physically together, even though you might want to. But your vows will remain with you forever. Katie and Luke, you have spoken the words and performed the rites which will unite your lives. You have declared that you will live your lives together as one. You have made special promises to each other, which have been symbolized by the joining of hands, the taking of vows, the giving and receiving of rings, and being hand-fasted. Therefore it gives me incredible delight and pleasure to pronounce you hand-fasted as husband and wife. May your love so endure that its flame remains your guiding light. Lovely. Now, we're not going to undo these knots, because my prayer and hope for this couple is that their knot that they've tied today will remain forever tied for the whole of their lives. So life is sometimes a bit of a struggle, and I'm now going to invite you to struggle to get out of this without undoing the knots. The secret is for you to move Katie and let Luke remain static. Wriggle your hand around and you'll get out. Okay? So there we are. That will remain forever like that, I hope. Now what my hope is, that if storms should arise in the future, all they've got to do is look back and reflect on how they felt today when they tied their knot, and everything then will be put into perspective. Our closing words, again very appropriate. Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be the shelter for the other. Now you will feel no cold, for each of you will be the warmth to the other. Now you are two persons, but there is one life before you. Go now to your dwelling, to enter into the days of your life together, and may your days be long and good upon this earth. Thank you. I hope you've all enjoyed that. The timing was superb, wasn't it? Thank you very much. So enjoy the rest of your time in the Stones.